All right, so here I'm live again. This is going to be a really noisy one, but I'm at a Federal Way fire station right here. It's the South King Fire and Rescue Station 64. Now that's important for those of you who are in the area and you have a chance to come see this, but this has one of the best 9/11 memorials that I've seen ever. As we start, we can see here where it gives you the brief history of the 9/11, but what's really special is that as we move into the park, and you can see the monument who it's dedicated to. But as we move into the park, what's really special are things like this. This is a piece of I-beam. Now this is from, and you'll see right here, Artifact M003B, Airline Flight 11. That's kind of neat that they have that I-beam there, but what's really amazing is that it's not just the I-beam they have, they also have a piece of the rock that's excavated from the site where United Flight 93 went down. And here they have all the names of the people who were part of that flight. And you can see me, hello. American Airlines Flight 11, the World Trade Center Tower 1. They have all the names recorded. And on the bottom here, they have the Never Forgets. And then you have the combat boots, which represents all the service members who participated, like myself, in those events after that. World Tower Trade Center 2, Flight 175. Now that's interesting because that was the other tower, but we have this Indiana limestone that came from American Airlines Flight 77. And this is a piece of it from the Pentagon. What's even better is if you look really closely and you do a Google Earth view of this, you can see that this is actually in the shape of a pentagon. So this I-beam here is actually obviously the center point, but there's even more things that make this one more special than the average one. All the New York Fire Department firefighters that lost their lives here. Hey, thanks to everybody for the new follows and likes. Really appreciate it. Really lets me get out and do this stuff more often. And we have all the police department and the Port Authority officers who lost their lives. This is at the Federal Way South King Fire Station 64, Federal Way, Washington. Believe it or not, Washington State has 4 sites that I know of that have pieces of the World Trade Center attached to them. But what this one has that no other one has, it has all of the stuff. And by the way, these basalt columns here and here represent the two towers in New York. We have the Pentagon represented here. But this has something that none of the other ones that I have. It's this right here. Now, this may not seem interesting to many people, but this is from the area of Ground Zero. This peach tree or survivor tree. That's kind of special to me because this whole plaza is dedicated to the memorial, even the flagpole. But with every fire station, you always also have one of these. This is the firefighters from this station that lost their lives in line of duty. So I'm going to go through this one more time quickly, but I wanted to show this. Again, if you're just joining me, we're at Federal Way, Washington, South King Station 64, and this is the memorial they have for 9/11 that's set out front. So we have the basalt columns here and here that represent the 2 towers, and the larger monument there is actually in the shape of a pentagon. But like I said, the most interesting one for me is that this has as you can see, the Calipari survivor tree, the only species of tree that survived at Ground Zero on September 11th. That's kind of neat because while places like Puyallup and University Place also have pieces of the I-beams, it's not set up nearly to this extent. Hey, if you're just joining me, we're in Federal Way, Washington, looking at one of the best 9/11 memorials, probably in the Puget Sound area, if not maybe the state. Oh, that's really cool to know. Thank you for telling me where the steel came from. But this is the I-beam piece. It's 1,216 pounds, And it came out of the World Trade Centers from America after the plane crashed into them. You can see here. What I love about this is that they didn't leave off a single name. Now, I love that you can come up here and you can get this physical, very real connection to such a culturally shifting event in American history. It's very surreal. Hey, if you're just joining, be sure to hit that like button so that I keep doing these things. So as we move back into the area where there's kind of like a spots to remember, something I was showing everybody is this Flight 77 in the Pentagon. What's really interesting is this piece here. This is a piece of limestone that is actually from the Pentagon where the plane struck. So Washington State actually has a lot of these memorials. I know of at least 2 off the top of my head in University Place and in Puyallup that have also pieces of the World Trade Centers, right? Like this one right here. The Puyallup one is actually really small. The University Place one is bigger like this. I have a video of it on my TikTok profile. But you can see all the names for World Trade Center 2. They even have the boots, the combat boots, to represent all the people who went, like myself, overseas in response to the terrorist attack. World Trade Center Tower 1. Now, I wish I could pause on every single name, but be here for quite a while. Hey, hello from Boston. How you doing? Is it still snowing over there? But this whole area is just really well thought out. And then we have Flight 11 here, which crashed, Flight 93, which crashed near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. And this rock here, now I personally don't touch these out of respect, but you have the ability to, but it's actually a rock that's excavated from the site where Flight 93 struck. And so what I love about this one is not only do they have a visible piece of each impact, but it's the fact that they proudly display them in such a manner. Now, obviously, I'm going to show you everything here, but this was just a quick one today. I just got done umpiring a baseball game again, but I love it because I love baseball. I get to go out and I get to see these sites again. Hey, if you're new to my TikTok, please, I do lots of great stuff like this. Go there, check it out, follow, like it, all that fun stuff. Until next time. Oh, this is in Federal Way, Washington. It's South King Fire and Rescue Station 64. As you can see, we're right next to Busy Road. I hope everyone has a great St. Patrick's Day. That is all for today. I'll see you another time.